You know, some mistakes don't just haunt you, they define you. And I learned that the hardest way. I'm Emily, and I'm 32. I never thought I'd be the kind of person who would destroy my own life. But here I am, sitting in the quiet of my apartment, replaying every awful decision I ever made, wishing I could turn back time. I was married to Mark for 7 years. On paper, our life looked perfect. He was kind, responsible, and completely devoted to me. He worked hard, supported my dreams, and loved me in a way that made me feel safe. And I should have been grateful. I should have appreciated him every single day. But I wasn't. Somewhere along the way, I got restless. I started thinking about what I was missing. I started craving attention, excitement, something outside the comfort of my perfect marriage. It started innocently enough. There was this guy, Alex, I met at a conference. He was charming, funny, and paid attention to the parts of me that I'd started to hide from Mark, the playful, reckless, adventurous side of me. At first, it was just flirty texts, nothing serious. I kept telling myself it was harmless. Just a little escape. But that harmless escape quickly turned into secret meetings, late-night calls, and stolen moments that I told myself I deserved. Mark never suspected a thing. He trusted me completely, and I took that trust for granted. I told myself I was bored, that I needed something more, that my marriage wasn't enough. I justified everything I did, every lie, every cover-up, every time I erased messages or lied about where I was. I thought I could have it all. A devoted husband at home and an exciting secret elsewhere. I thought I could balance both worlds, but secrets are heavy, heavier than I realized. They weigh on you in ways that make you forget what's real. And that weight made me paranoid. I started noticing every little thing Mark did, reading into his texts, overanalyzing his behavior. A late reply? Suspicious. A phone call I didn't hear about? He must be hiding something. I convinced myself that maybe he was cheating on me. I created a story in my head that didn't exist because my own guilt made me imagine it. And then one night, after a particularly intense week with Alex, I exploded. Mark had asked me why I was distant, why I seemed elsewhere, and I couldn't contain myself. I shouted, accused him, and said the words that would forever change everything. "You're cheating on me, aren't you?" Mark froze. He looked at me with a mix of disbelief, hurt, and confusion. I expected him to get angry, to yell, maybe even beg me to stop accusing him. But he didn't. He stayed silent, just staring at me, waiting for me to explain. And in that moment, I realized I had painted myself into a corner. I had accused the one person who had done nothing wrong while I was the one betraying him. I didn't stop there. I called friends, confided in my sisters, even hinted at it to my coworkers. I spun this elaborate story of how Mark had been distant, how he'd come home late, how he didn't seem interested in me anymore. Everyone believed me. Everyone took his side, or so I thought. I was careful to never let them know about Alex. I kept my affair hidden, pretending I was the victim of my cheating husband. And then, like a punch in the gut, it all collapsed. Alex, the one I thought I could rely on, left me. He said he couldn't handle the stress, the lies, the duplicity. He didn't want to be part of a drama that I had created. And just like that, the thrill, the excitement, the escape I'd clung to was gone. I was left alone with the very real consequences of my actions. Mark, of course, never cheated. He hadn't even considered it. But he did something I didn't expect. He filed for divorce. Not out of anger, not out of revenge, but out of exhaustion. He was tired of my lies, my accusations, my manipulation. He saw the truth I was trying to hide, the affair, the deception, the betrayal, and he walked away quietly, firmly, with dignity intact. And here's the part that truly broke me. Everyone I thought was on my side turned against me. Friends, family, coworkers, they all found out the truth eventually. Maybe through rumors, maybe through confession, maybe through seeing the mess I'd left behind. No one sympathized. No one excused it. I had created this narrative of myself as the wronged wife, the victim of Mark's supposed betrayal, and then it turned out that I was the villain. And everyone treated me like it. I lost Mark, I lost Alex, I lost the trust of everyone who had ever cared about me. And I realized too late that the person I had really betrayed the most wasn't Mark, wasn't even Alex. It was myself. I had compromised my own integrity, my own values, my own sense of self-worth. I had wanted excitement, thrill, attention, and I got it, but at the cost of everything that truly mattered. Now, months later, I sit alone in my apartment, replaying every choice I made, every lie I told, every accusation I threw at Mark. I try to understand why I did it, and the only answer I can come up with is that I was selfish, terrified of feeling trapped and desperate to feel alive. But feeling alive doesn't matter if you destroy the people and the life that give you real meaning. I've learned a lot since then. I've learned that trust is fragile, and once broken, it's nearly impossible to rebuild. I've learned that guilt is a weight that will crush you if you don't face it. And I've learned that no thrill, no secret, no affair is worth the cost of losing the people who genuinely love you. Sometimes, I wonder what Mark is doing now, if he's happier without me, if he's finally found someone who respects him, values him, and doesn't accuse him of what he never did. And I hope he is. I hope he's living a life free of the chaos I brought into it. As for me, I have to live with the shame, the regret, the knowledge that I destroyed my marriage and my reputation for a fleeting moment of excitement. I tell this story now as a cautionary tale. Not because I'm proud, not because I have any answers, but because I want someone, anyone, to understand the gravity of betrayal, even self-inflicted betrayal. The truth is simple. I accused my husband of cheating when I was the one having an affair, and now everyone hates me. And I have no one to blame but myself.